and strength. Guided by the pen.
Secret ingredient for someone, I'll bet. Good use of this. Gotta use something other than frost.
Like this? Oh,
You're not waving a hammer around, Aaron. Try a gentler touch.
and my big sausage fingers don't really do gentle, okay?
Bring it back. Trace the line. To your right. Other right.
I just saw it. It's the one Aloy found up north. Gotcha! They call it a concussion beat party or something. Yeah, now that's music.
Aloy!
Aaron, you're all better. And you're here.
Well, the world only goes on if you can do your thing. We learn fast enough, we help make that happen. You want all the backup you can get, right?
We still have much training to do, of course. One does not become hunter in a day.
Each seed grows at a pace of its own. Doesn't mean it won't bloom. You should know your Tanakh friend arrived.
Katalo.
I heard their warriors drink people's blood. I want to sleep with one eye open.
I think he's seen enough blood for a lifetime.
I showed him to one of the rooms. He seems to appreciate the privacy.
Looks like you've got things under control. I should get this to Gaia.
Right. We'll keep on training. Catch up as fast as we can.
I'm seeing glyphs in my dreams already.
Well, while you've been off gallivanting around, I've been working with Gaia to find out more about the land gods. So from where I'm standing, you're in need of some training. Come along.
Okay. Oh, and I delivered your message to Talana. She headed for that Oseram camp you two were looking for, to the southwest. I wonder what it's like, being in space.
Welcome back, Aloy. When you're ready, please merge ether with me. Afterwards, I must discuss an important matter with you.
So, what did you want to discuss?
While you were away, I received an unusual transmission on my dedicated Aletheia frequency.
Aletheia. That's one of the sub-functions you couldn't detect before.
Yes. The transmission occurred so slowly that at first it seemed like an accidental blip of data amongst background static. Once I noticed this irregularity, it took some time to collate the complete message.
Coordinates. Where does it lead?
To a mountain to the northwest of this facility. A word of caution, Aloy. It is possible this transmission is genuine. It is also possible it is being broadcast by someone or something else.
You don't think it's actually Aletheia?
I am uncertain.
What's SOS?
It is an old world code. A distress signal. A desperate plea for help.
Why would Aletheia send a coded transmission on a frequency only the two of you can communicate on?
I believe it was done as a precaution to avoid, or at least to create the appearance of the design. I am also uncertain why Aletheia would expect that I be able to detect and respond to its as far as it is aware, I know.
Okay, so either Aletheia is in trouble and sent the message hoping you were out there, or someone else is trying to get us to go to these coordinates.
That is my conclusion as well.
Could the Zeniths be sending the transmission?
According to the data I reviewed on the Zeniths recovered the other Gaia root kernel. It is feasible they used it to gain access to my internal...
So, maybe they sent it thinking you'd respond.
Possibly. However, the transmission, if they intended to provoke me into revealing I would expect the communication to be more...
Right. So... You said the coordinates lead to a mountain to the northwest.
I have no record of anything of note.
Okay, and what about the other number in the message? 237. Any idea what that means?
I have queried my available databases, but it does not appear to. Perhaps its meaning can only be understood at the indicated...
Alright, I'll go to the coordinates and check out the source of the transmission.
All by yourself? Ha! No way.
I included Erend and Varl in this briefing via their focuses. I concur that you should not investigate this alone.
What if it's a trap?
Of course it could be a trap. But if it really is Eleuthia, then it's in trouble, and I need to bring it back. Don't worry. I'll be careful and...
We're coming with you.
Fine. Go grab your things.
We'll wait for you at the west exit, in case you need to upgrade your gear.
Gaia, what is this?
It is a control console for a drone-based imaging system connected to this dome. I will transmit the relevant data to your focus.
Huh. So this... Cyclops is a network of drones to monitor the deteriorating biosphere conditions. I guess it was meant to display on the dome, but... the drones aren't connected anymore. I think I can reconnect some of them already. And it seems like there are more out there. There. Let's see what we got.
An excellent choice.
That was sneaky of you, patching in Varl and Aaron to our conversation.
I am pleased you accept. Is there something you wish to discuss?
You mentioned that the superstorms have subsided. Is that ether at work?
Yes. Thanks to weather patterns in the local region should mostly...
Well, that's a relief. Be nice not to have to fight my way through a storm anymore.
I will continue to stabilize the...
What can you tell me about
Demeter sows, fertilizes, and...
So once I bring it back, all the blight out there will start to get better.
While permanent restoration requires the abilities of... I may be able to improve conditions in the region. However, a word of... Like Ether and Poseidon, Demeter's response to my query was highly irregular. Alone and frightened. It may have taken...
Okay, I'll keep my... The missing subordinate functions.
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety of animal species. Eleuthia was responsible for gestating, nurturing, and acculturating a new generation of human. Apollo was tasked with preserving and disseminating vast archives of human knowledge. Unfortunately, all archived Apollo data was purged on the 2nd of February 20...
Pharaoh, huh?
Understandable. He appears to have been pathologically narcissistic, impulsive.
All 3 of the missing functions have already served their purpose, or were prevented from doing. Do you still need them?
If attainable, yes. Restoring their remaining elements would increase my heuristic processing density. Perhaps you will be able to procure Eleuthia at the SOS. Artemis and Apollo, however, remain unaccounted.
So, Poseidon.
Poseidon controls the organic and chemical composition of... Once it is restored to me, I may be able to improve conditions in the... But I must warn you. Like the others, it may have taken measures to protect...
I'll be careful. Why did Ether take up residence in an ancient war museum?
As with the other subordinate Ether needed to install itself on a processor with one in the museum appears to have been sufficient, given that the holographic displays were still...
So Ether was assured it could stay for as long as it needed.
Correct. Though it is curious that it chose a place surrounded with...
Maybe it also felt at home. How's Katalo doing?
I detect that the loss of his arm still deeply... Though he has not voiced his thought, I may be able to assist in his recovery.
Really? How are things around here?
Zoe has been studying the morphology in an effort to understand their sickness. Without the abilities of Professor, I am unfortunately However, Zoe and I are hopeful we will find an alternative.
Well, keep at. Gaia?
Her presence is interwoven with my memories. The moment we exchanged greetings, name, it was the first of many conversations. Listening to her stories.
Your friend.
Yes. When I reviewed the data on your focus, though I am glad she made it home.
She was okay with that. She gave all of... Thanks, Gaia. So, Project Zero Dawn. The greatest minds, all working to build the terraforming system while the What was it like?
Personnel worked in rotation. Resources and technology were secured within a month of the project's conception. Elizabeth encouraged me to spend time with the rest. She said it was important to experience many to aid in my emotional development.
What were they like?
Scared, hopeful, achievements on a scale never before. I owe everything to their...
So the Hades Proving Lab, where I found the Gaia kernel, it used to be a Pharaoh research facility?
Yes. Prior to appropriation by Zero, the facility was used to engineer and test advanced... It appears to have been one of many research initiatives by Pharaoh.
Guess it wasn't enough to build automated killing machines. He wanted viruses to infect them with too. So, a while back, before the battle at I discovered another AI there. One not related to Zero Dawn. It was created to oversee operations, and it spent the last 1,000 years in isolation. I'm guessing you didn't know about...
No. From the data on your focus, an effort by its creators to protect...
Any chance it could help us now?
I have already attempted contact. Given its previous experience with accepting an outside, I imagine it is unwilling.
Right. Because last time if... Well, that's too bad. So this facility, it was meant to open...
For the low. Had humans received their education, they would have then been guided here. As that never
Until Minerva decided to... I should be go...
Goodbye. Aloy, I was able to unlock another room in the main living area.
Good to know. I'll check it out when I can. Looks like someone's made this space their own.
I see you found Varl and Zoe's room, Aloy.
Looks like this room's changed.
Aloy,
It's good to see you.
I've been told of our enemy and their intent. Your friends showed me to the... vision and gave me this focus. I don't pretend to fully understand everything, but all I really need to know is where to train, and
Welcome to the team, then. What are you looking at over there?
the others have been helping me decipher the symbols the focus showed, so... I thought I'd try to understand the weapon you intend to use against the end. This... Hephaestus... It will be able to make machines? That...
Yes.
how many?
As many as we need.
Such power. Has the world ever seen the...
Now that you know who the enemy is, do you...
I'll admit, I find them hard to grasp. Vulnerable.
For now.
I will leave the strategy to you. I trust you will point my blade where it will cut the...
What do you think of our squad?
They seem eager to fight. Though I admit, it is... Farmers don't make for effective soldiers.
She seemed pretty effective when she took out the machine.
Interesting.
You said the Bulwark was your home a long time ago.
Yes.
That's all you're gonna tell me?
Fine. As you wish. As I grew older, I came to be known as an Tekote took. I fought by his side against the Karja and led my squad on a dangerous climb into the dark. It was I who opened from the east side.
That must have gotten you some attention.
Indeed.
Then why'd you leave?
I became a marshal.
Why did you leave the Sky Clan? To become...
I was sent to the Kulrut, but back then I would have obeyed his every order. I believed in him. I was too blind to see the fear of a rising young warrior challenging his I returned a hero from the battle at Barren Light. Never occurred to him that I had no interest.
Why did Tekote think you wouldn't be a threat to him if he sent...
Tekote knew that if I served, I'd be forced to forsake the clan to serve the Tanakh. I'd never be allowed to challenge his command. After our victory at Barren Light, said it would be selfish to rob Hikaru and the Marshal. Even though he knew perfectly well, I had no intention. It was exile, guised as an honor. So I became a Marshal.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
I am not. Though it pained me at the time.
When we were at the Bulwark, the guards the wings of the Ten. What does it mean?
The visions tell us that the Ten flew on and leapt. For us, to imitate this feat is the ultimate expression, and it is why the challengers leap into the arena. Many times I imagined it, the feeling of freedom.
What did Chief Hikaru say when you told him?
You spilt rebel blood at the Grove, and helped reunite the clan. There was little more to be said.
Well, I'm honored he lent me his best...
Indeed.
I should go. Feel free to check in on Hikaru.
I will. I overheard that Varl and... Do you require my assistance?
I'd rather have you and Zoe guard the base while we're away.
It shall be done. May the Ten walk with you.
Looks like someone's put some of my stuff in here.
Aloy, I see you found your room. Your companions thought you would appreciate a private space of your own.
That was thoughtful of them. I've been carrying Elizabeth's pendant with me for months. But since we're gonna stay a while, I think I'll keep it here, where it'll be safe. Elizabeth put all of her faith in Gaia. And Gaia put all of her faith in me. If I can do it all, recover the subfunctions, defeat For Zenith, heal the world, I'd like to think Elizabeth would be proud. My old spear. Rust helped me make it when I finished my training. Feels like so long ago now. This is the rite of passage that Vashav gave me at the embassy. I liked him. He seemed like a good man. I think he was really looking forward to going home. Huh. The door's unlocked now. Gaia, what was this room for?
This was intended to be a recreational room for Control Center operatives. Unfortunately, the entertainment modules were lost with the Apollo database.
Oh, that's too bad. There's another room. What for?
Switch to a private log? Okay, so... Regional Control Center 9. Design of the facility's coming along. When Gaia finally builds it, it'll have everything...
Gaia, what's this room?
This would have been an access point for advanced training modules on terraforming operations. And while those modules were deleted when the Apollo database was destroyed, I was able to repurpose the equipment to store the data you have acquired in your travels.
Well, that's something.
I wonder.
So, this Eleuthia we're going after. There she is.
You ready to head out?
I need a little more time.
Okay. Let us know when you...
Door's locked. Maybe Gaia will be able to get it open later. Gotta go after Eleuthia. Erend and Varl are waiting for me at the west exit.
What do you say?
Let's go.
Look at us. 3... This distress call had to be up a really steep mountain, huh?
Vermin.
What is that?
What the hell?
Well, that takes the keg.
Varl, see if there's anything over there.
On it.
We'll check out the battlefield. Let's start with that Zenith. Well, there are obviously more Zeniths than we know about.
Can't believe you fought one of them.
Almost didn't make it. Whatever the rebels did, it took down her shield. But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
It looked like she can make it come and go.
Hello,
at will.
Verbena. What do you have for
It's
me?
gone now.
I checked everywhere, still no sign of the
Well, go
asset.
do your thing.
Can we call off
I'll
this
wait here.
pointless search already?
Let's not forget who let it slip away in the first place. Now, I'd like to see results by nightfall. Do you think you can manage that?
Hold on. I think I see something.
The Spectre had instructions to assist recovery of the asset. I wonder what this asset is. Looks like the rebels camped here for a while. Are they watching this area? An Oseram with a focus. Looks like he was sending data on the weapons somewhere else. The weapon's still hot. I need to know how it worked. But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off. Alright. I think I have an idea what happened here. I better get back to Erend. A rush of air.
All right, she who sees the unseen. What did you find out?
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up. All so that they could test that weapon. The Zeniths have a personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Oseram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
I've known tinkers that do that. I'd do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
She was searching for something she lost. Her drone had instructions to recover something called the asset.
The asset? Is that the sub-function thing that you said could be here? The Luthia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl. That's a long way down.
Something tunneled straight down into the mountain. Looks recent.
Whatever it was, it must have been powerful. That Zenith the rebels killed was looking for something called the asset. I don't know what it is, but my guess is it's somewhere down there.
All right, so we head down.
Erend, stay here and stand watch. That Zenith isn't the only one of its kind. I don't want to be caught by surprise if the others show up. Contact us by focus if you see anything.
Okay. Any trouble shows up, I'll call you.
Let's go.